everyone and welcome back to week 6 of my weight loss journey. Now, my journey so far has been quite slow. This week though has gone really, really well. I think that I finally found my groove, my mojo. I think I'm getting there. This week I've literally followed Slimming World as close to the book as I can. This has been my lifeline this week. I've tried to check up all my sins in it, I've followed my healthy extras, and I've been writing my food diaries as well. Now these are just ones that I've had left over from when I joined Slimming World previously, which I will be going back once groups reopen. I'm not overly keen on this idea of having the online groups, to be honest. I like to see people face to face, just a people person. So yeah, this week's been really good. The first couple of days that I was writing things down, I realised that I was using the wrong estimates for some of my sins. So I was going over. So one day I had 16 sins, but then another day I needed 7.5. I think it all depends on what I'm making and obviously what I want that week. After last week's conversation, I went to look up in the book different things you can have for your healthy extras. My healthy extra A, I was having milk for my tea, like I said last time, and I just write milk. I don't write anything else. I don't weigh it or measure it. It lasts me for my cup of teas for the rest of the day, and that is it. Normally I have another healthy extra A left over if I haven't had pasta with cheese, because cheese belongs with pasta and you always have to have cheese with pasta. But when I don't use it, I always have this healthy extra left over, and I'm awful for snacking in the evening, and sometimes that means I end up going over sins if I've run out of them. So while looking through the book, I realised that Babybels, these light Babybels, can be used as your healthy extra A, and you can have 3 of them, which has been really fine this week. So this week I've put some in some omelettes, just chopped it up. I had one chopped up over a salad, and I've had them as snacks in the evening as well. And it's been a godsend for me this week. It really, really has. It's kept me on track 100%. Now, my healthy extra B. I found these wonderful creations. Skinny Crunch bars. And we've got them in the sticky toffee flavour, the chocolate orange flavour, and the peanut butter flavour, which is my favourite, by the way. I found these in Home Bargains, and they're so much cheaper than Hi-Fi bars because they're only 99p for 5, and you can have 2 of them as your healthy extra. I don't eat bread or cereals or anything like that. I used to, but I found that the earlier I ate breakfast, the more hungry I was. So if I'm eating breakfast between 7 and 8, by 10 o'clock I'm starving. But I've also found that if I don't eat breakfast, I'm actually not hungry till lunchtime. So if I have been getting peckish, I'll have a piece of fruit around 10, 11 o'clock with a cup of tea. But I really haven't needed it. And I just don't see the point in eating things that my body doesn't need. I've learnt to really listen to my body this week. And yeah, I'm not hungry in the morning, so I don't see the point in eating it. So, moving on. Sins. Now, I keep my sins. I try to keep most of my sins for an evening. I'm really, really bad at snacking. I sit on the sofa in the evening, pop the TV on, and I could just keep going back and forth that kitchen. And obviously that's what's got me in the situation I'm in the first place. But now, with using my healthy extras, my A and my B in the evening, and I've normally got at least 10 sins left. Sometimes I've got all my sins left. And I can sit on the sofa and I can indulge a little bit, knowing that I'm still on plan. And to me, that has been a lifeline for me this week. I haven't felt like I've been deprived. We even went to McDonald's again this week, and them lot had McDonald's and I took a packed lunch. So, out running errands with my wonderful family today, and they are all eating McDonald's. And I was very good, and I packed myself a little packed lunch. Some mini Babybels, some grapes, some cherry tomatoes, and a couple of slices of ham. Bugger off. So, I'm staying on plan as much as I can, and as discussed last week, I also found some bugger off. I also found mini Babybels for my healthy extra A, and I can have 3 of them, so I'm keeping one for later. I'm gonna kill you in a minute. Yeah, I'm really proud of myself for that as well, and I didn't feel like I missed it. I really didn't feel like I missed out on it. The only thing that I would say that I've really struggled with this week is this. I'm rubbish at drinking. Really rubbish. I have loads of green tea and I drink loads of normal tea. But trying to get water in me is just a nightmare. I fill my water bottle and then walk off and forget it. And it's a couple of hours later where I think, oh, I haven't drunk any of that. So I've decided to add some lemon squash to my water. It's the sugar-free one from Tesco's. It's actually encouraging me to drink more. I don't like the taste of water, never have done, and I think that's why I find it so difficult. So I've gone with the lemon one, and that is really paying off. According to my scales, as most of you know, I bought the Weight Watchers scales that do the body fat and your hydration levels, etc. And it's saying my hydration levels are going up, which is excellent. Not quite where they're supposed to be yet, but hopefully I'll get there. For lunch today, I attempted to obviously be on the ball and meal prep. My plan was to make like corned beef hash fritters. So you basically just boil your potatoes and mash them, chop up some corned beef, and I fried off some peppers, sweet corn and some onions in a pan, and then I mixed it all and combined it all together in the saucepan. Now, when I've made these in the past, and they're not Slimming World friendly, they've always been coated in flour, which I think helps them from not to stick in the pan. Obviously, I'm trying to be as Slimming World friendly as possible, so I didn't coat them in flour. I just sprayed fry light and popped them in the pan. It didn't go perfectly. They took a long time, obviously, to get hard, and then they were a bit stuck, so trying to flip them was a little difficult. I ended up just heating it all up in a pan and then just serving it. I made a couple though, and they tasted lovely. And corned beef, 3 sins per 100 grams according to my trusty book. So the Prince's can was 325 grams, so that's just over 9 sins for the whole can, and we split it between 3 of us, so that's 3 sins basically for my lunch. And it was so filling because it was potato as well, which really does fill you up. Meal prep, I've been prepping omelettes, we've had rice dishes, we've had pasta dishes, and to be honest, I've been making lots of leftover rice dishes as well. We had a couple of HelloFresh meals delivered, and they were mostly Slimming World friendly, to be honest. There was a couple of things I had to really look up. There was the ketchup mayonnaise, I think it's called, and sesame seeds, which I had to sin those, but they weren't a lot of sins, and we've had really lovely filling fresh food, and I just love that. So this week going forward, I am planning on continuing the same thing. I'm going to try and write things down in my food diary as much as I can. I think writing it down in my food diary has helped me enormously, and it means I know how many sins I've had so far. I know what I've eaten. If I'm feeling peckish, I check what I've already had to make sure before I go on and actually, eat something I shouldn't. This is all paid off this week because I got on the scales this morning and I'm down to 210.9 pounds, which means I've lost altogether just over £9, which I am absolutely delighted with. In 6 weeks, that's a remarkable difference for me. Normally I'm only losing £0.5 pound here and there. This week has just been amazing, absolutely amazing. I feel awesome about it, and I think the fact that I feel so good is also helping me to continue going with it. Obviously, I plan on doing exactly the same next week. The only difference is I haven't been able to exercise much. Other than feeling sorry for myself for a few days, I really haven't been out. I have a home salon and I've been decorating it. So I've been peeling off wallpaper, and I've only done a couple of short walks, and I think I've done 1 or 2 home workouts in the house, which compared to what I was doing, that isn't a lot. Now, tomorrow I'm off for a long walk, so I've got a pal visiting and we like to go walking together. But it's going to be lots more decorating again next week. So I don't see how I'm going to fit in long walks, because my long walks are like 2 hours long. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit them in. But this week I've lost over £2. I was 213.3 last week, 210.9 this week. So I have lost over £2 and I am delighted with it. And it just shows that you haven't got to do loads of exercise to be able to still lose that weight, as long as your diet or your meal plan is correct. I think it's made me realise as well this week that there are certain things that I wasn't having and I was craving, and then I'd end up binging on them, and I think it's made me realise that I can have those things, but obviously in small doses. And that has been a bit of an eye-opener for me. This week has been easy, really easy to stick to, and I didn't think I'd ever say a diet would be easy, but this isn't a diet anymore. This is a life change. This is a lifestyle change. So anyway, enough of me babbling on. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and hopefully I haven't rambled on too much for you. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like and subscribe, and send me a comment. I'm still on Fitbit as well, so I'll pop my email address down below for people to join me if they want to. And yeah, so thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.